This is what it is. This your man right here, Curtin ICE, Temple of Hip Hop, Shadesradio.com. We're in the building, man. KRS-One is here, but of course, we got Slick Rick the Ruler. What's going on, man?
How you doing, brother? Everything's good.
All right, and just tell us a little bit about your lineage in hip hop, where it got started for you.
It got started for me in like 1985 professionally with Dougie Fresh, and Dougie Fresh was an established artist, so he put me on, and that's pretty much how it all started for me.
Right.
Yeah, professionally.
All right, now you've been here through a long history in hip hop. You've seen a lot of changes go on. You've seen the music change from, say party music to what it is, maybe more influenced by gangster rap now.
Right.
What do you think about the changes in hip hop?
I think it got too political. I think what happened is we was having too much fun. We was a melting pot. We was doing our thing. You know what I mean? America, New York, whatever. And I guess the higher ups didn't like the way we was melting together, so they came in and set some rules. You know what I mean? They done put Eminem way back on the satellite radio. You can't even find him now. You know what I mean? Even Howard Stern, which was the next step. You know what I mean? And now the culture that was a pulpit to the world, that was, we could have taught the world how to deal with, Middle East conflict. Right, we could have taught the world how to deal with, the whole Georgia-Russia thing, which was really so obvious that who started it and how we portrayed it in the news and the media. It was our job, cause we the you, because it's your life, it's your blood being shed, you know what I mean? So, and vets that, become, whatever the case, become, politicians that are forced to act like they got amnesia is not the cure. And to keep on turning a blind eye to, how to deal with world problems is not rational. So that's what hip-hop was. That's what Woodstock was. You know what I mean? So that's
and
that.
You know what? That's on the political level too. But even on the responsibility of the artists, I mean, this is going to be the 20th year anniversary of the Stop the Violence movement, where artists got together and tried to talk back and, use their own responsibility instead of saying, I'm not a role model and all that.
Right.
Like, what do you think about the Stop the Violence movement?
Stop the Violence movement, that was a good thing for like the 80s and early 90s, but we're in a different time zone right now. There's not a lot of drug dealers running around, you know what I mean? We got other more intelligent issues going on. We was 20 and 19 and now we're 40, you know what I'm trying to say? And young generation is stepping their game up, whatever. We're all raised on hip hop now, you know what I mean? So if hip hop is a pulpit to the world, we just gotta keep it moving, you know what I mean? We grew up on, Smokey Robinson, Gladys Knight, the Pips, and those are our peeps and all, but hip-hop came around, and hip-hop is like between 20 and 30 years old now, and it's not being represented properly because it is a melting pot. We got every race, every religious group in here, every sexual preference in here. Everybody is down with us. We all got the same parallel thoughts, but we're not being represented by our representatives properly, you know what I mean? And that's the sad thing about it.
What could you say that hip-hop needs today that it doesn't have? It's missing?
It needs freedom of expression, you know what I mean? It needs to stop, success is not hiding in satellite radio. Success is not getting rich and running to satellite radio or whatever the case, or, getting money on the internet, you know what I mean? That is success if you want to look at it like that in a shallow way, but my way of looking at success is to stand in front of that pulpit and preach.
And your career is like more than like 25 years in this business, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you've seen a lot of change. You've been able to go a lot of places around the world and stuff. What strikes you as the biggest contrast when you go, like you say, through America?
What I see in America is I see the youth. We all embracing hip hop. It's a beautiful thing. It's a melting pot, like I keep saying. It embraces all of us. I go to areas where there's like maybe like 10% black people, and they still embrace hip hop. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. Well, I don't go overseas too much because I got some immigration issues. You know what I mean?
All right.
But I'm sure if I went over, but I'm sure if I did go overseas, just looking around from what I see England is embracing it. I see China and Japan and Orients embracing us, big time. You know what I mean? I see, Russia embracing us. You know, I see all these different countries embracing us. So if that's the case, if hip hop is the future, and all these different world leaders and countries are embracing us, it's up to us as the youth representatives. That's what college is for, like this college, you know what I mean? That's why when the Iranian president came to the college in New York City, it wasn't, to just be one-sided. We want to hear both sides of the story and come to our own conclusion. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's that.
All right. Well, lastly, too, like, I know you've maybe performed a couple of other times with KRS. What do you think about KRS-One?
KRS-One is a good brother, you know what I mean? He tries to, do the positive thing, teaching us. One lesson he taught us in the 80s and early 90s was he said, kings lose crowns, but teachers stay intelligent. That's one thing about, falling into king and queenship. You know what I mean? Even the Bible will tell you from the old days, don't fall into needing a king or a queen or any of that type of stuff, because kings do lose crown, but teachers do stay intelligent. You know what I mean? Even back in the days, you had 12 tribes. You have councils. Even the mafia had a council. You know what I'm trying to say? Not to go there, you know what I mean? But I'm just trying to show you that even when you go to court, you have 12 and 13 jurors. You know what I mean? It's just the way things is. It's sensible like that. You know what I mean? So shout out to my man KRS. You know what I mean? Hold your head, kid.
This is the University of Buffalo. We up here in Buffalo right now. This your man here, Curtin ICE, with Slick Rick the Ruler, man. This is Shadesradio.com and the Temple of Hip Hop, man. Keep your station tuned right there. All right?